everyone! Today we're going to discuss the evolution of the Hulk in all his movie and TV series appearances from 1977 until now. If you liked the video, be sure to leave us a like and subscribe to the channel to not miss out on any future content regarding your favorite movies. Without further ado, let's get started. The Incredible Hulk is an iconic sci-fi/drama collection based loosely on the legendary Marvel Comics superhero of the same name. It follows the story of a certifiable genius who must come to terms with his very upset and very green alter ego. The show revolves around Dr. David Banner, performed by Bill Bixby. Dr. Banner undertakes experimental research after failing to save his wife from a burning vehicle to explore why some individuals display great resilience when challenged with life-threatening circumstances. He is subjected to substantial quantities of gamma rays as a consequence of a laboratory blunder. Since then, every time he is exposed to intense stress, his body is transformed and he morphs into the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk stands approximately 7 feet tall, is massively strong and mighty, and has bright green skin. Dr. Banner transitions back to normal human shape after attempting to destroy whatever poses a threat to him, leaving only short-term memory loss and raggedy apparel as proof of what just transpired. Jack McGee, a tabloid journalist, creates the popular perception that the Hulk has assassinated the Doctor and is a threat to civilization, and that his awareness would advantage his professional life. Banner must presume distinct personas and wander from location to location as a result of McGee's ploys to undo the impacts of the gamma radiation and reinstate. The Incredible Hulk Returns is a 1988 made-for-television movie follow-up to the 1970s television show The Incredible Hulk. Dr. David Banner, who is now established and making progress for a research center, has been capable of delaying his transition for over 7 years. He is almost done with a machine, the gamma transponder, that will free him of his own gamma radiation, among other benefits. This is ruined by the sudden appearance of Donald Blake, a former learner, who has his anguish that he possesses a spiritual hammer having the capability of conjuring Thor, a primitive Viking warrior. Blake summons Thor in to demonstrate the veracity of his tale. The Viking god induces David to instantly transform, and a great battle between the Hulk and Thor gravely harms David's testing facility. When the gamma transponder seems to be almost hijacked and Banner's girlfriend is abducted, he must give up his hopes of being healed and make decisions based on the Hulk and Thor to save the day. The Trial of the Incredible Hulk is a 1989 made-for-television movie successor to the 1970s television series The Incredible Hulk, featuring the Hulk and friendly neighborhood Marvel Comics personality Daredevil. David Banner lands in New York and boards a subway with a woman and 2 men. When the 2 men start attacking the woman, David tries to intervene but is thrashed, so he morphs into the Hulk and ends up saving her. When he turns back, he is apprehended, and the woman falsely accuses David of violently attacking her. Attorney Matt Murdock confronts David and facilitates his representation. When he tells Murdock he is unable to pay him, Murdock conveys his optimism that David can support him in publicly disclosing Wilson Fisk, an influential career criminal. David declines to participate, but Murdock manages to convince him. Murdock goes to visit the woman, but fails to encourage her to alter her narrative. Someone later attempts to kill her in her room, but she is protected by Daredevil, a masked vigilante. Murdock tells David that he must be presented in court, and when David continues to refuse, Murdock says they have no other option. Afterwards, while still in his jail compartment, David morphs into the Hulk and manages to escape. David tries to flee town, but Daredevil tracks him down and uncovers himself to be Murdock. The Death of the Incredible Hulk is a television movie that aired in 1990. It is the third and final film based on the 1978 to 1982 television series The Incredible Hulk. David Banner, now known as David Bellamy, camouflages himself as a mentally ill maintenance man in order to gain entry to a science laboratory in Oregon. He appears to believe that one of the lab's researchers, Ronald Pratt, can assist him in conquering his gamma-induced mutation. He crawls into the research laboratory after being robbed at gunpoint and barely fleeing the police. A spy sabotages the research lab during the vital test to free him of the Hulk for good at last. Banner becomes infatuated with Jasmine, the spy who only works missions because her sister's been taken captive. Banner and Jasmine endeavor to flee enemy forces to start over their lives next to each other. They discover that Jasmine's sister, Bella, is the real face of the network of spies. Banner morphs into the Hulk one last time and saves Jasmine, but tumbles from the plane into the night, reverting to Banner yet again. In his final breath, David proclaims that he is free. Hulk is a 2003 superhero movie predicated on Marvel Comics. The film delves into the beginnings of the Hulk, which are ascribed to Banner's father's experimentations on himself and transferring those genes onto his son. Banner, a bona fide mastermind with murky family background, is implicated in a disaster that reveals him to gamma radiation. Perplexed about his survival, he uncovers that whenever he becomes frustrated, he morphs into a massive green creature, wrecking everything in a rage attack. When his girlfriend Betty's father, General Ross, is assigned the task of containing the beast before it poses a threat to San Francisco, problems arise. Bruce's biological dad starts experimenting on him to take over Bruce's power. The Incredible Hulk is a 2008 superhero movie based on the Marvel Comics character and is the second movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It is a relaunch of the Hulk film series. In this fresh start, Banner tries to search for a remedy for the gamma radiation that tainted his cells and set loose the unstoppable power within him, Hulk. Having to live in the darkness, cut off from his old life and the woman he loves, Betty, Banner tries to protect himself from General Ross, who attempts to manipulate his strength. They are challenged with the Abomination, an enemy whose capabilities surpass even Hulk's. Banner is working as a physician in Calcutta in 2012 when he is contacted by Natasha Romanoff, who hires him to assist in locating the Tesseract. Banner meets Steve Rogers and S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury. He's aboard the Quinjet when Tony Stark and Rogers catch Loki. After Loki's brother Thor admits to putting Loki in a compartment on S.H.I.E.L.D.'s helicarrier, mind-controlled agents such as Clint Barton strike the helicarrier, causing Banner to morph into the Hulk, but crumble. Banner later joins the Avengers in New York City. Following the invasion of the Chitauri, Banner discloses that he is always angry, quickly converting into the Hulk. During the fight, he combats the Chitauri, thwarts Loki at Stark Tower, and inhibits Stark from disintegrating after losing control through the time vortex. Following the Battle of New York, Banner asks Stark to create an anti-Hulk body armor to halt him if he breaks free. Banner and the Avengers ransack a Hydra center in Sokovia in 2015 to recoup the scepter. Ultron becomes consciously aware after a celebration party and targets Banner and the Avengers at the tower before escaping. Banner and the Avengers endeavor to halt Ultron, but are toned down by Wanda Maximoff, who stimulates the Hulk to stampede through the city until Stark decides to stop him with his Hulkbuster body armor. Fury persuades the Avengers to formulate a strategy to block Ultron, which leads to Romanoff's capture and shipping to Sokovia. Banner forsakes the team to save Romanoff and morphs into the Hulk to confront Ultron. The Hulk moves away in a Quinjet after the final confrontation with Ultron in Sokovia. The Quinjet collapses on the disposal planet Sakaar after Hulk is stranded in space. Thor blows up on Sakaar in 2017, and after being seized by Valkyrie, he faces Hulk in his final battle. Thor receives the upper hand over Hulk, but the Grandmaster dismantles the fight to guarantee Hulk's triumph. Thor strives to persuade Hulk to help him save Asgard from Ragnarok before escaping the palace. For the first time in 2 years, he reverts to Bruce Banner. Banner is surprised to discover that he is in space and worries that if he morphs back into the Hulk, he won't be capable of returning to his human form. Banner and Thor team up with Valkyrie and Loki to escape Sakaar to Asgard, where Banner morphs back into Hulk and saves Asgardians from Fenris. As Surtur wrecks Asgard, the Hulk boards a ship to Earth. In 2018, Hulk faces Thanos, but he is outmatched. Heimdall sends Hulk directly to Earth via the Bifrost Bridge, and Hulk crash lands on the Sanctum Sanctorum of Stephen Strange and Wong. Ebony Maw and Cull Obsidian arrive in New York in search of the Time Stone. Banner joins the Avengers in Wakanda, where he combats the Outriders with Stark's Hulkbuster body armor and overpowers Obsidian. Banner survives the blip after Thanos stimulates the Infinity Gauntlet and translocates away. He returns with the surviving victims to the planet Titan II to encounter Thanos. Banner goes through gamma experimentation between 2018 and 2023 to control his two sides. By 2023, he is forever in the body of the Hulk, but with Banner's brain and voice. They attempt, but fail, to time travel Lang at the Avengers compound using the small quantum corridor. Banner and Rocket try to persuade a depressed Thor to return to the Avengers. The Avengers develop an approach for time travel and fetching substitute Infinity Stones. Banner, Rogers, Stark, and Lang use the quantum realm to make the journey to an alternate 2012 in New York City. Banner acquires the Time Stone for an enhanced version of the ancient one there. When Banner returns to the present, he nullifies the blip, but his right arm is forever wounded as a result. As a consequence, a substitute Thanos arises from the quantum world and targets the compound. He then battles Thanos, who is finally defeated when Stark utilizes the Infinity Stones. After the battle, Banner builds a fresh quantum portal for Rogers to return the substitute Infinity Stones and Mjolnir. Banner reverts to his human shape some years later, and now appears to be wearing a shoulder strap because of the injury he suffered. After Shang-Chi uses the 10 rings, the rings eject a mysterious beam, provoking Wong to consult Banner and Carol Danvers via projection to analyze it with Shang-Chi. She-Hulk Attorney at Law is one of the many upcoming Marvel initiatives, and it will be the titular protagonist's MCU debut. It pursues Jennifer Walters, a gentle attorney who specializes in superhuman cases. Bruce Banner's Hulk will also appear in the series as her mentor to teach her all things Hulk-related. She-Hulk Attorney at Law is set to officially launch on August 18th, 2022, and will run for 9 episodes before ending on October 13th, 2022. That's it for today. What is your favorite Hulk appearance during the years? And what are your expectations of the She-Hulk series? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to leave us a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more content on the biggest upcoming blockbusters. Until next time,